Today, we would also appreciate all of us who have come here. We would appreciate our funders, our stakeholders, and those who've worked tirelessly in the industry to make sure the voices of these women are heard. The voices that you will hear today are real people, and all of you here have been selected to attend this event because we are sure that you can make real change. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming and for your patience.
Make sense, not deep, manga.
With a round of applause, can we welcome Elizabeth Odeni and her panel.
Very much for that introduction. I'm just going to go straight into what this panel session is about. Before we go ahead and watch the documentary and go ahead with the other activities that we came here for, they'll shed some light on the issues that we seek to highlight from the documentary. And on the panel, we have Mrs. Ademokun from Women in Mining, we have Mr. Anthony, we have Ms. M.M. Okon, we have Madam Grace, and they will be shedding more light on the issues that we sought to highlight in the documentary called Earth Women, which focuses on issues of gender-based violence in rural extractive communities. And I'm just going to start with Ms. Ademokun. As a woman in mining within the industry, I'd like you to share your experience, how it is, whether it's been easy or not, and give us some expose to it, because there are people from different industries here that might not understand what the mining industry entails. So,
thank you so much, Elizabeth, and thank you to the organizers, CSR-in-Action, and every one of us here today. I represent Women in Mining. It's an association for women who are in the mining sector, not necessarily women miners. It's also professionals that are in the mining sector. If you're a lawyer, you are dealing with mining issues, you are welcome into Women in Mining, and also to the community members also, because they are impacted by whatever happens within the community. I would say, like we all know, in terms of discrimination against women, it's something that is widespread within Nigeria. So the mining section is also not an exception to that. If you go into the ministry, just look at the faces of the people who are taking decisions there. Most of them are men. And we are conscious of that, and that's why we are going into mentorship program to encourage young girls, to go into STEM, because that's the beginning, go into science, into technology, into engineering and mathematics. If you don't have that basic foundation in science, in maths, you cannot go into engineering. And that's our concern. We know that women, because of poverty, lack of access to funds, women, you kind of find them at the bottom of the rung of the ladder when it comes to mining. They are the ones that you find mostly in the informal, artisanal, small-scale, mining sector. And beyond the women themselves, the children, they are also affected by the mining operations. I wouldn't know how many of us followed what happened in Zamfara some time ago, that children died just because their parents, due to lack of education, they will use their pot to carry, some materials from the mining fields that will end up, to kill the children and also poison the household. So there are lots of issues there. And in terms, even in sand mining in Lagos, the women are complaining because, when you take decisions, when you are at the point of taking decisions, you tend to favor people who are like you. That's why we are even encouraging women, go into the financial sector. Because if a fellow woman, comes in, you are able to recognize, to identify with what, she's facing. The priorities and the needs of men, they are different from that of women. We must understand that basic, background, because it will help us in terms of how we attend to some of these, issues. So when it comes, it's disheartening. We're not at that point that we are involved in making the decision. And when you are not, somebody said when you are not, I think there's a saying about when you are not eating at the table, you will be part of the menu. So that is what, is happening to us as women in that, sector. The women, they feel it more. When it talks about gender-based violence, do you know how many fights that occur within the sector? Who are the ones carrying the arms, initiating, the violence? The men are. But somehow the women, they get, involved in it. Even if as a trader, it affects them. And this is why we must all pay attention to what is happening. Please, I just want to close with the information that the priority and the needs of women are different from that of men. So when women are coming to the National Assembly to talk about the laws of the land in terms of accommodating more women in governance, it is not because we want to be like men. Particularly me, I do not want to be like a man. But I want us to, employ a resource-based argument, because some of us here, or most of us here, they are business people. If you have 100,000 naira as a businessman or a businesswoman, you want to invest everything to get returns. There's no businessman that will say, let me keep some. So let us do the same thing with our human resource. We have more than half of Nigerian population that are women. Please, let's use that argument to address the issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Ademokun. That was a very spirited response to the question that we asked. And I'm sure that based on this conversation, a lot of other people would take these issues up. I want to ask Ms. Okon, you worked with us on this documentary. Could you please give us the feel you had while this was going on? What was it like that we were addressing this? What did it feel like for you to be a part of it? And I know that you were also a part of, firsthand about the challenges we experienced while we were trying to film this. So could you please speak a little on that?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I have to appreciate CSR for doing this, making these issues more visible. These issues have been there for decades. So thank you for making it much more very visible. Because at times when communities complain, it looks like they are exaggerating issues. Initially, for me, I think the main challenge was identifying victims. But then it was frustrating because the victims are all over the place, including myself. But then it was, what story is so powerful that we need to pick? And one explanation was that there is fatigue among communities about sharing the story, because people feel you keep talking about the stories and nothing has changed. So why do you come to ask us? So there was that reluctance in women talking about what they go through. The problems are there. It is things that they experience on a daily basis. But then we are just tired. How come every now and then, people come to ask questions and we keep talking about the problems and nobody is solving the problems? So there is that fatigue among community members. If you don't have anything to offer, why do you come to ask us the questions about the impact, about what we go through, all those things? So that was, I also felt bad calling, encouraging, liaising between CSR and the community. And then I had to bring Tony and some other community facilitators in for the women to have that confidence that this is a very credible process and it is not like anybody is taking them for granted. So that was what we experienced. There was a lot of back and forth to build that trust, to build that confidence that this is not just like any other process.
Thank you very much, Ms. Okon. Thank you. So I guess that builds anticipation within us for what we're about to watch. But in 1 minute, because we don't have enough time anymore, so in 1 minute, as the only man on the panel, Mr. Anthony, I just wanted you to just tell us from the male perspective what you think this movie will tell every other person. I think.
Good evening, all. Well, from my understanding of the documentary is centered around women, and it doesn't tell anything about the men, knowing that the men in Ogoni are also suffering the same fate with the women. So I will suggest that when next CSRO is doing this kind of thing, I think they should also include the men, because the pollution is there. We all suffered from it, not only the women. So the men should at least be part of it when next you are coming to Ogoni. Thank you very much.
Very much. We have noted that, and we've come to the end of this panel session. I'm so sorry that this had to be cut short, but yes, we've come to the end of this panel session, and I'll just hand over to you.
Another round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. And with your comment, you have started a debate. We will see what happens when we watch the movie, whether the men are as affected or not. We will come back here to vote, ladies and gentlemen.
The CSR-in-Action. Thank you so much for giving voice to the voiceless with that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a company, some companies made this possible. We will hear from them. And we'll also hear from Dr. Oji Obunaya Oji. If he's here, would you please step forward to give your goodwill message? Dr. Oji, a round of applause for him, please. Dr. Oji is from Native, and they have also endorsed the community engagement standards. Thank you, Dr. Oji.
Well, my dear sister, Beckham Mosada, Lola, I always argue with your family. Let me first of all recognize also the Relu of Lagos at Her Royal Highness. Please, we pay your respect. My sister Ego Boyo, I saw she's part of this project. The program manager for Foundation, who is also our partners, one of our partners, and leaders of the Nollywood industry, entertainment industry, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen here tonight. Please forgive me. The light is dark, I can't see all the faces. I just came in from Abuja this evening to give honor to whom honor is due. I would like to, when I walked into this edifice, I began my life as a broadcaster in this town, in this city. And when I walked into this edifice, and I saw that this is also a product of the media and entertainment industry, a private sector-led initiative. Before I make my speech, let me pay homage to the founder of this center. This is excellent. I am here because we are involved. CSR-in-Action has been a partner to Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. And when people hear 90, sometimes they do not really understand if we're a government agency or a civil society organization or an NGO. We are all in one. The way and manner Nigeria has managed its natural resources has been a very bad example around the world. And that was exactly why Nigeria founded and signed on to the global initiative of the Global Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, which followed a study by the World Bank that resource costs can only be addressed if member countries that produce either oil, gas, or mining come together to forge a partnership and cooperation with the civil society to make transparency and accountability a mode of operation in the industry. So Nigeria signed up to that initiative in 2004, began implementation in 2004, that same year, and supported it with a law in 2007. Since 2010, we have been working closely with the civil society, the companies, all the IOCs, and civil society organizations, including CSR-in-Action, to make revenues from oil, gas, and mining work for all Nigerians, not just a few. I was appointed by the President as the 5th Executive Secretary of NAITI in February last year. I'm just 1 year in office. But over these years, a lot has been achieved working with the civil society. When we got this invitation, I think it's important that I just come here to convey our best wishes to Bekeme and her team, CSR-in-Action, to also convey our solidarity to all the civil society and non-governmental organizations. I've seen Ememukon here. She's one of our partners. And all those who have worked together in this industry, in this particular initiative we're about to unveil today. NAITI stands with you, and NAITI will continue to lend all its doors, ears, hands, and arms open to CSR-in-Action going forward. My presence here is to assure you of our institutional support, both in cash and kind, and capacity building technical support to ensure that CSR-in-Action becomes more powerful to lend its voice to what is going on in the extractive industry. Thank you all.
A true journalist, short and sharp. Another round of applause for him, please. In his words, I am here because I am involved. Deep words. And he's backed it up by saying, I will support you with cash, with kind, technical support. A government organization. Thank you, NAITI. Another round of applause for them. Another organization that is also supporting this in many, many ways, and has in fact funded this, is the Ford Foundation. And I'll be welcoming on stage for a goodwill message, Olufunke Barua, Regional Program Officer. A round of applause for her, please. Please keep it rolling. We are here because you are involved, and we appreciate you. Thank you, Ford Foundation.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having us, and Ford is really pleased to be here. I just wanted to say that all over the world, not just in Nigeria or Africa alone, but all over the world, women are challenging discriminatory laws, discriminatory policies, discrimination in the public space. Wherever you find natural resources present, wherever you find economic benefits present, you would find women and girls excluded from such conversations or from such processes, and it is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. And so women continue to be marginalized from both formal and informal spaces, and like I said earlier, particularly where natural resources and economic benefits are found. However, we're really happy to see that women continue to challenge this marginalization and continue to push through to make sure that their voices are heard, or that our voices are heard, since I'm a woman myself. And Ford and at Ford Foundation Office for West Africa, we are committed to supporting organizations like CSR-in-Action because we believe that supporting them will help in identifying gaps in programming and in policy to support programs and strategies that will address challenges that women face in the extractive sector. As you know, many of the conflicts across West Africa and particularly Sub-Saharan Africa is driven by climate change, by changes in the environment, by diminishing resources every day. And women bear, to a large extent, the brunt of these diminishing resources. When communities clash over land, when communities clash over naturally mined resources, explored or resources, women and girls usually suffer because when conflicts break out, it's double jeopardy even for women. There'll be violence, as you all know, and in a space where naturally you don't even want to see, or men don't even want to see that a woman is in the mining sector. When resources diminish, you're going to be told to go back to your homes or do something else or have children or get married. But we need to have women in these spaces because the resources in Nigeria belong to everyone. And if a certain gender can extract those resources and explore those resources for economic benefits, women also need to be doing that, not just at the table having conversations around it, but also should be active players in that space. And that's what our support to organizations like CSR-in-Action is all about, to ensure that both men and women have equal opportunities to participate in natural resource and also in economic benefits that come from there. Thank you very much. And she did it even better. Another round of applause for her. My boyfriend missed me, so he's coming up for a few minutes.
Thank you very much. So we have a bit more special guests in the midst today. We have Mr. Yomi Awobokun, who is the founder of Arena Ecosystem. Please just a wave. And then we have Wale Ayilara, for the CEO of Landway as well, doing very well in the real estate. And then we have Miss Yebisi Ransom Kuti, who is one of CSR-in-Action's very amiable mentor as well. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, very quickly, we'll go on to the awards. But just before I bring up the advisory board member who will be handling the awards, just another reminder and an emphasis taken from what Mrs. Baruwa said. Women do need to be on the table. I think another thing that we need to remember is that women do make better employees when it comes to the extractive industry. And I know this not because I'm a woman, but because statistics say so. And in a poll that I read getting ready for this by the World Bank, it says that companies that employed women in the extractive industry, a poll by the World Bank reported that they had less accidents because women are naturally careful people. They follow instructions. You know, we won't open a new car without reading the instructions, whereas the other gender will try it out first and fix it when there's a problem by looking through it. Mrs. Tokumbo George Taylor, if you're ready. A round of applause to encourage her. So when she calls all the winners, please, we will take pictures outside because it's a better background. You come up here, take the award, and then we'll take pictures outside. Thank you, Mrs. Tim.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, everybody here present, we really, really want to thank you for honoring us today. I'm going to give you a bit about the CAHR Awards. It's actually called the Community and Human Rights Award. And this is one award that actually provides the platform to celebrate businesses
as well as individuals who have contributed to the rights of the community. Today, we're going to recognize outstanding organizations and individuals who have contributed to this. The CAHR Awards has actually grown. When it started, they had only 7 awards, but they now have 9 categories. I think that deserves a round of applause. In addition, entries have continued to grow from 300 to almost 1,000 in its 3rd year of operations. We've had over 100 nominations and 28,000 votes. And what CAHR decided to also do was, instead of just keeping it at Nigeria only, they decided to open it up to Africa. And I think that's really good. We actually would not be here today without our sponsors. Ford Foundation and Global Rights, they've been with CAHR from the very, very beginning. They saw the vision with them, and they entered the vision with them, and they've continued to support endlessly. We'd also like to thank Zenera Consulting. They continue to tell the lovely stories that you hear to keep CAHR going, to keep the momentum going. And of course, everyone here, without you, you know this will not be possible. We can have awards, but if we don't have people supporting the awards and endorsing the awards, it'll be pointless. So we really thank you for taking out your time to come here to be with us this evening. I'd also like to thank the organizers. It's not easy. I've been doing events for years, and every year or every event you still get a bit jiggy, you know. So it's a wonderful event, it's a wonderful venue, and we really want to thank all the organizers who have worked behind the scenes to make this possible today. But you're not just here as a guest. We want you to carry this story on. We want you to be part of that change, part of that movement, part of what CSR-in-Action is doing. I want us to be changed when we leave here to impact lives in communities. You know, we all in our own right are successful in certain things, and it's important that we need to give back to society, because Nigeria is our land. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah. My plan B is here. My plan A is here. My plan Z is here. And we have children to protect, so we need to develop Nigeria now to ensure that is a place for all of us to live. I'll now go to the awards. Again, I'll just wait for people to come in. Great. The first award is going to be presented by Her Royal Highness Irelu Dosoma. Can we give her? She's always looking regal. I'm actually so happy that this is going to be my first opportunity to be able to take a picture with her.
Sorry,
she's going to be giving out the award for the Malam Aminu Kano Award for Leadership.
The Malam Aminu Kano Award for Leadership. The Malam Aminu Kano Award for Leadership is given to an individual who has exhibited exemplary leadership that has a significant and positive impact on advancing and scaling responsible behavior. The nominees are Professor Patricia O. Donley, Olalekon Olatubosu Onopemiko, Ambassador Oretha Tenwe. And the winner is Professor Patricia O. Donley for actualizing her vision of a society where women and men girls and boys realize their full potential and participate in every sphere on an equal basis, and where the rights of everyone, irrespective of gender, are recognized and respected.
A round of applause, please. Please keep clapping to encourage her. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you very, very much. It's a big privilege. I feel like I'm a fraud because I love to do what I am being given an award for. So for me, it's like the icing on the cake. You understand? I love to touch people's lives. I love to mentor people. This award is not just me. It's for all those students that passed through me in the last 40 years. That I was able to teach, to mentor, and to train. And to all those women in the IDP camp that have been able to mentor and they became change agents and defenders of human rights. So thank you very much. CSR-in-Action is unexpected, and I'm grateful to God for this. I'm grateful to you all, and I pray that not only is this recognition here, that all of us that get the award today will also be recognized in heaven. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That I present this beautiful award to you on behalf of CSR-in-Action to a lady that I know very well, and I know she's very much, she deserves this wonderful, amazing award. And secondly, amongst men, see, I always say that men are competent, but you have equally competent women, and in equal numbers in Nigeria. So congratulations for doing us proud. For the very best.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you, ma'am. I love that passion when she was talking. Yeah. She wants me to take a picture with her. I'm so happy. Bekeme, don't worry, I'll pay you after. Thank you. Congrats. The passion, the energy she was using to speak was amazing. I think she deserves a round of applause. The next award is going to be presented by the Executive Secretary of NITI, Dr. Oji Ogbanaya. Please come up. He spoke so well. And the next award is for the Apostle Heyford Halili Humanitarian Award category.
The Apostle Heyford Alile Humanitarian Award. The Apostle Heyford Alile Humanitarian Award is given to an individual who has contributed significantly to alleviating human suffering and improving the quality of life of individuals both in Nigeria and abroad. The nominees are Dr. Benjamin Olowo-Jebutu, Obasanjo Fajemiroku, Nkatha Mugao. And the winner is Nkatha Mugao for her work supporting widows and children who have undergone trauma.
And another woman. Congratulations. She said earlier she's from Kenya. So CSR-in-Action is actually going Pan-African now. So it's good to see somebody from Africa also coming to win this award this evening. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Wow, amazing. Okay, thank you. My name is Nkatha Mugao, the founder and director of Frolics of Hope Africa. What we basically do is rescue and support children and families who've gone through violence, abuse, kidnapping, and trafficking. So basically, in a nutshell, we deal with children. We deal with children from all around the world, as far as Lebanon, as far as Syria, as far as Nigeria. So Thank you. And before I finish up, allow me to take a moment to appreciate God and above all appreciate Kenya Airways. And specifically, I say Kenya Airways because I am here today courtesy of KQ. And yeah, they made the trip happen. So I really appreciate that. And I also appreciate Nigerian government and every person who's individually and organizations that have supported Frolics of Hope Africa in repatriation and reintegration of children. So we really appreciate. Ford, I heard you around, so kindly, would you mind giving us a Ford Ranger double cabin for the rescue services?
As Nigeria will say, you receive it. As you ask for it, you shall receive. Can you present?
Well, you're welcome to Nigeria. On behalf of the CSR-in-Action and all their partners, including Naiti, ladies and gentlemen gathered here, I present this award to you and your team and your organization for the excellent job you're doing for humanity. We ask that you do more to expand the boundaries of children's freedom, safety of children, safety of women around the world. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I'd like to call Ego Boyo, Temple Productions, MD of Temple Productions.
Hajjiya Gambo Sawaba Community Impact Award given to an individual. The Hajjiya Gambo Sawaba Community Impact Award is given to an individual's project with the most visible, widest, and scalable impact on community development, including infrastructure, training, growth of women grassroots entrepreneurs, youth graduates, and other applicable direct impacts. The nominees are Uche Kenneth Udekwe, Ayo Bankole Akintujoye, Obasanjo Fajemiroku. And the winner is Uche Kenneth Udekwe for his work in providing mental and emotional healthcare support, medical monitoring, and emergency services to at-risk pregnant women, vulnerable children, and nursing mothers, reaching them in their hometowns and villages.
Unfortunately, Mr. Uche is not here, and this has been collected on behalf of Mr. Uche. Do you want to say a few words on his behalf?
Say thank you on his behalf for this award.
It's my honor to present this to you, this award to you. Continue doing what you do, helping out women in the community.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Humanitarian Ransom Human Rights Award is given to
So you've started it? You must. The Fumilayo Ransom Kuti Award next.
The Fumilayo Ransom Kuti Human Rights Award is given to an individual with the most significant impact on safeguarding livelihoods and mainstreaming human rights norms. The nominees are Nolesa Pleasant Joy Smart, Jamila Moray Peelbox, Pascal Chukwebuka Nwoga. And the winner is Jamila Moray Peelbox for her work in supporting sexual violence and assault victims and co-creating the Facebook page Shame Them, where victims of sexual assault and sexual violence can share their stories anonymously.
Hello everyone. It's such a joy to win an award bearing the name of a great African lady. They say your legacy is every life that you've ever touched, and I think her legacy is very well alive today, inspiring young change makers just like me. to keep doing the good work and to keep working for a better world. I want to thank the CAHR Awards for this blessing and for making my work visible. Thank you.
I'd like to call Mr. Bitse Falade, the Managing Director of Niger Delta Exploration and Production, to please give the next award. Please a round of applause for Mr. Bitse Falade. And the next award, Kensarowiwa Environmental Award.
The Kensarowiwa Environmental Management Award. The Kensarowiwa Environmental Management Award seeks to reward the company with tremendous positive environmental impact in communities and a proven commitment to managing its environmental footprint. The nominees are Waterwide, Total Energies Marketing Nigeria PLC, Clean Water and Sanitation Africa. And the winner is Total Energies Marketing Nigeria PLC for its commitment to providing sustainability-driven products and service for its customers.
Round of applause for them. Please keep clapping. Keep clapping. Wow. I'd like to say a very big thank you to CSR-in-Action, most especially for the transparency behind this award. We sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of our heart, and Total Energy says, thank you, CSR-in-Action. Thank you.
Very well done again, and I believe this is thoroughly well deserved, and to wish you to do many more. Just well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to call the country director of UK Government Department for International Trade Nigeria, Ms. Chalamera, to present the next award.
The Hajjiya Gambo Sawaba Community Impact Award for companies. The Hajjiya Gambo Sawaba Community Impact Award is given to the company with the most visible, widest, and scalable impact on community development, including infrastructure, training, growth of women grassroots entrepreneurs, youth graduates, and other applicable direct impact. The nominees are Waterwide, IHS Nigeria Limited, Chazan Africa. And the winner is IHS Nigeria Limited for delivering innovative solutions, developing rural telephony projects to connect the most remote communities in Nigeria through collaboration with diverse stakeholders.
Congratulations. It's very interesting because IHS are actually one of my clients, and I gave them an award in December as well. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, CSR-in-Action. On behalf of our CEO, our colleagues at IHS, we'd like to thank the organization. I would like to thank all the supporters of the organization for the work that they do. Thank you.
fantastic work and congratulations.
We only have 2 more awards to go because I know you're all waiting to see the amazing documentary.
The Funmilayo Ransom Kuti Human Rights Award for Companies. The Funmilayo Ransom Kuti Human Rights Award for Companies is funded by Global Rights with support from the Open Society Foundation and is given to the company with the best compliance to mainstreaming human rights norms in the operations and with the most significant impact on safeguarding livelihoods. The nominees are Zimbabwe Peace Project, Chevron Nigeria, Access Bank, and the winner is Zimbabwe Peace Project for its work towards reduced conflict and sustainable peace through monitoring, documentation, advocacy, and community peace-building interventions with its members and partners.
We are the Zimbabwe Peace Project.
We fight for justice and human rights in Zimbabwe.
And we are the winners of
the Funmilayo Ransom Kuti Human Rights Award.
We are grateful to CSR-in-Action
for the recognition of our work.
It is our hope that this award inspires others to fight for human rights in the world.
The MKO Apiola Community Engagement Award. The MKO Apiola Community Engagement Award is given to the company with the most amenable relationship with its community and has a clear process for inclusive engagement and grievance management. The nominees are PIN Foundation, Total Energies Marketing Nigeria PLC, Child Shield Initiative, and the winner is PIN Foundation for its contribution to strengthening and stabilizing the region of reducing poverty, powering coastline communities, nurturing youth employment, fostering stability, and enabling development.
Good evening, everyone. I'm super excited. My name is Chichi Nohamonye. I'm the Communications Manager for the Foundation for Partnership Initiatives in Niger Delta PIN Foundation. We're so excited to win this award for community engagement. At PIN, we work to build partnerships to promote peace and economic development in Nigeria's Niger Delta region. And at the heart of our approach is empowering communities to be on the driving seat for the change that we seek, because we believe that change is only possible when it is being driven by the people who seek the change themselves. So rather than we trying to be the ones leading the change, we facilitate and we provide the necessary enabling environment and the tools, the capacity, the linkages, and all of that, so that people are empowered and then they lead the change. And so that's why we have been able to see results in the region where we work. So we're happy that our community engagement and outreach has been recognized today by the CAHR Awards. We want to say a special thank you to CSR-in-Action for this opportunity, for all the organizers. On behalf of my Executive Director, Tunji Dowu, I say thank you for the award. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations for this beautiful award for the excellent work you're doing in community and human rights. This is to encourage you to do more. Don't rest on your oars, and we wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before we round this section off, I think it's very important that we give CSR-in-Action and the CAHR Awards a round of applause for making this happen. Not only just making it happen across Sub-Saharan Africa.
The Josephine in Kemdellim Equal Rights Award. The Josephine in Kemdellim Equal Rights Award, named in honor of our founder's mother, who exemplified the strength of women in nation building, is given to the company that has exhibited strong commitment to gender equality. The nominees are IHS Nigeria Limited, Amnesty International, African Youth Human Rights and Citizenship Development Initiative. And the winner is Amnesty International for its powerful campaigns on gender equality, such as Justice for Uwa and Barakat, who were raped and killed during the COVID-19 lockdown in Nigeria. A petition to the President to declare a national rape crisis on 3rd June 2020. The empowerment of young people to fight sexual violence in Nigerian universities, and setting up of a SGBV human rights clinic at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka.
Well, it gives me. I'm Mr. Ransom-Kuti, by the way. Folaya is dead. I'm very much alive, so just to reassure you that it's not a ghost you're seeing. It is a real honor. I'm a recipient myself, so at some time back of the CAHR Award, so I'm very jealous of this wonderful statue. Mine was only one lady, now there's two.
Sorry.
So if you get poor and you want to melt it down, the ones receiving it are richer than I would have been. Really, I think we really need to applaud Mrs. Bekeme Masade Oluwala for being the power behind this initiative. Let's give her a massive round of applause. Bekeme, you are the superstar. All the awards we give you today. But it's my real pleasure to honor Amnesty International for winning the, you know what I'm talking about, award. We all know what they've been doing, and it's really great when organizations like CAHR give awards to those that usually don't get a lot of attention and award. You know, a lot of the people we have seen today are people who are doing incredible, impactful, awesome things, quietly, no fanfare. So it's really wonderful to have an organization like CAHR recognizing them and bringing them to the limelight. We thank you, CAHR, and Ms. Oluwala again. So on behalf of CAHR, CSR-in-Action, Mrs. Bekeme Masade Oluwala, and the incredible team that's put this together, and Mrs. Joe Taylor for piloting us through a very exciting award ceremony. We've enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Amnesty International.
Thank you. I just bring greetings from the Amnesty International team. My name is E.A. Jonathan Ichabe. I sit on the advisory board of Amnesty International Nigeria, and they asked me to come. I must apologize, I came in late. It was a last-minute request as they could not make it themselves from Abuja. But thank you, CSR-in-Action, and thank you to everyone here for the great work that you do. Many of our roles that we play, we're really, we step in because there is a gap. Because our governments, in many ways, fail in some of these duties. And for Amnesty, awards like this are incredibly encouraging, when especially given to our own local community leaders who are doing amazing things. So please, a round of applause to everyone who's won an award. Thank you so much. But also For Amnesty International, I don't know if you know in Nigeria, our people here, they spend their time being chased around sometimes, unfortunately, by security agents who might not like some of the stories they expose on human rights abuses. But Amnesty vows to continue to speak for every woman, every child, every community that has its rights abused, and to continue to champion the cause of women across the world and in Nigeria particularly. Thank you very much, and kudos to everyone here, and kudos to the organizers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Apologies now.
See you go like so much.
Sorry.
So much for IDPs, women who have been affected by conflict. She doesn't, go and Google her. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Before we end this session, as I was saying earlier, it's important we are part of that change for our country. What are we doing? What impact are we making? It doesn't matter how small. Each life that are touched makes a difference. We need to try and make a bit more effort to impact our communities, to be the change we want to see. And I believe that if CSR-in-Action, if they have that vision, we can actually also support them in having that vision to change our society, to change our community, and to change our country. At this timing point, I think Bekeme, Masadi, Olowola, and her team deserve a round of applause. Please, can you all stand up?
No, but dagan we boko. I don't second. No, about dagan. We don't know that there is problem.
I doesn't want to remember.
There's a lot of conflict in the regions that these minerals come from.
The entire processes of even exploration, it goes beyond even where these activities are taking place.
As long as extraction means you are bringing something from below the surface of the earth, that process always have a kind of impact generally on the community.
Are you ready?
Yes.